This is Pastor Garry Moore. Join me on thegodandme.org.
I got a special guest with me right now. I'm with Pastor Garry Moore. How are you doing?
Doing great.
All right, so what brings you to California?
Well, basically, just out here on vacation, but also I wanted to come out here and try to promote my new CD while I was out here also.
Okay, what's the name of that CD?
It's titled A Blessing for You.
Okay, well, I see it right there on the shirt, right there.
Yep, yeah, the Billboard show, basically.
All right, so where exactly, how far of a journey have you taken to come out to California?
We've come probably about 2,000 miles, I believe.
Wow.
We're, Southern Illinois.
Wow. Now, what's life like out there?
Life is, at this present moment, is pretty hot. Muggy.
Yeah.
Back that way. It's nothing like the weather out here. You know, it's not as muggy. It's hot, but it's not muggy and humid. So.
Okay, so now how much of a factor does weather take in location of where you live? Like, what's stopping you from being out here since you're complimenting this weather so much?
Well, basically, right now, as me and my wife has been discussing, I'm a pastor, so
okay.
I still got a church, got a lot of responsibility back home. You know, the flock, the ministry, actually, that's first, and music is just you know, behind that, basically. So it's a part of ministry also.
Definitely. So what brought you into ministry, and how long have you been in ministry?
I've been preaching since 1994. But I started Evangelistic Outreach Christian Center in 1997. I've been saved since age 12.
Wow.
And I was called to preach at age 13, but I ran from God for about 20 years till age 33. Actually, I moved out here, out west, back when I was about 18 years old. I came out here, and at that time, I just had musical stars in my eyes. And, you know, I was going about it the wrong way. That wasn't God's plan for my life at that time. Music was, I was putting it before what God was calling me to do, which was to preach. I was running from that. I'm like, God, no, this is what I want to do. I want to do music. I'll preach into music. No, God, that wasn't his plan. So I ended up back home after being out here, not even a year. And I kept running. And finally, God had to beat me down, and I had to go through some hard times and whatnot until I finally answered the call in 1993. Then from there, 4 years later, I started Evangelistic Outreach Christian Center, which we call EOCC.
Okay, cool. So tell me, I hear that you're just like a one-man band. So tell me some of the instruments that you play.
Well, I play a little bit of the main rhythm instruments. My main instrument is lead guitar. I started playing that around age of 11. Picked that up. I also played a little bit of bass. I played a little bit of drums, played a little bit of keyboard. When I was younger, I played the trumpet. So, you know, a little bit of everything. But my main instrument is the lead guitar.
Now, I looked at your CD, and it says that pretty much you mixed and arranged like all of it. Like you're doing a lot of things. Like tell me, when I hear that CD, like how exactly are you doing this? How exactly are you playing all of these things at once?
Yeah, I'm pretty hands-on with my music. I've written over 400 songs. Wow. And my first song was at age 12. And I've been writing ever since. And the majority of my songs, well, basically all of them, when God gives them to me, they stay in my head. You know, they stay right there. And off this new CD, in fact,
let's see that.
The new CD here, A Blessing for You, the song Fanatic, I actually wrote that back in 1984, 85.
What?
And I heard all the instruments in my head and the arrangement and everything, and I'm just now recording it.
Wow.
Here it is, 2011, and I'm just not recording it. So when God gives it to me, it stays embedded in my head no matter how many years may go by. When I go back to the song, it's there. So in fact, it's probably 2 or 3 songs that are almost at the same age on this CD. You know, and God gave me the gift, so I'm able to go in the studio and lay the music down track by track. Normally I start out with a drum track. I'll program the drum machine, unless sometime I do have a live drummer on the track. But if I'm programming it, I'll program the drum track. I'll lay down maybe the bass line, then I'll come back again, lay down the lead guitar rhythm track or something like that. Keyboard track, strings, horns, bells, different various melodies and instruments. And also then start with background vocals, harmony parts, lower, mid, high, whether it's 3-part harmony, 4-part harmony, come back with a scratch lead vocal or just lay the lead vocal down. It's just various ways that I may do it.
This man is working.
When I'm done, it's that, you know, I got the finished product.
This man. Okay, I got a good question for you. So since you play all of these various instruments, I need you to tell me someone in each one of those fields, each one of those instruments, name a musician that influenced your career.
Each one of the instruments? Well, there's been several to influence me as far as the lead guitar. What made me want to play lead guitar was when I was probably about 7 or 8 years old, and I saw the Beatles. I saw the Beatles for the first time. It may have been on Ed Sullivan. I'm not sure what they were doing, or maybe it may have been the Beatles movie Help or one of those movies. But when I saw them playing the guitars, and they were like shaking their hair and going woo, you know, and they had the crowd screaming and everything. Me as a little boy, that caught my eye. It got my attention. And I was like, wow, I knew right then that's what I wanted to do. I knew right then I wanted to play that instrument because of the effect that it seemed to be having on the audience out there. So basically what it was, I was wanting to impact lives through music.
Okay.
At that early age, I knew that and I understood it. I picked up a broomstick, I put my mom's wig on my head, and I was actually emulating them at that age. And you know, that they influenced me first with the guitar, and then later on it was people like Jimi Hendrix, Carlos Santana, George Benson, Al McKay of Earth, Wind and Fire. The list goes on, B.B. King, several people. And I would sit and listen to the records, and I would play them till I would get them down packed, playing just like them. So basically, that's how the guitar started.
What I said, like a wide variety of people that influenced you musically. How do you incorporate all of that into gospel?
Yeah, yeah, from different genres. I call my style urban pop, soul, jazz with a old school twist. That's basically how I describe it, because I had several, you know, people influence me in different genres of music. So I grew up listening to everything basically, because my father was somewhat of a musical connoisseur, and he played several instruments as I was growing up. He had an upright piano in the house, he had guitars in the house, he had saxophones, trumpets, on and on, guitars, and basically that's where that came from. And he would listen to everybody, from James Brown to B.B. King, and on, Deep Purple, Jimi Hendrix. You know, he listened to all of it: rock, soul, gospel, blues, pop, R&B, so jazz, basically jazz. So you know, that's where I got my style from. Just incorporated all of that into basically gospel.
All right, so where can we find your product at?
You can find my product. You can go to iTunes. That'd probably be the easiest way to find the albums. I've done 4 albums. They're all on iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby, Napster, eMusic, Rhapsody, Zune, Verizon, on and on.
What do we search?
Garry Moore. You just type my name in there, Garry Moore, and it should come up. If not, you can type in the title of the albums, which is You're Never Alone, Yahweh, Paradise, and the newest one, which has just been released in June of 2011, A Blessing for You.
Okay.